Grow My Cleaning Company teaches owners of cleaning companies just like you how to grow your company, make more money, and finally take charge of your financial future and your life. This podcast is about automating and creating systems that give you time and money freedom so you can grow like crazy without losing control. Since this is totally free, if you're getting tons of value, want to support us, and make sure that you get more of the good stuff, subscribe, rate, and review to this podcast today. Now, on to the show. Hey, Cleaning Nation, Mike Campion here with Cleaning Company bidding tips for 2021. I'm recording this December 28th, so I'm hoping these will still work 3 days from now when it actually becomes 2021. Absolutely, this is a big deal. Just so you guys kind of know a little backstory about how I kind of discovered all this stuff and why it's so important. I had a construction company for many years, and man, I made so many mistakes there that I've learned from, and that's a lot of what we use to teach you guys how to build successful, profitable companies. One of the big things I would do wrong is I would bid low to win, right? I'm doing for those of you that aren't joining, online, to win a loser, right? And probably one of the best things I've ever heard. If you're writing stuff down as a great writer downer, it's better to lose a winner than win a loser. Certainly that works in construction. It absolutely works in the cleaning business, because one of the beautiful things about the cleaning business is we get to recurring revenue, right? We get to sign a client up once, and we get, if we're doing it right, we've got the right customers, we get paid every month, indefinitely until we lose that account, which is amazing when you're bidding right, but really is a kick in the soft bits when you get it wrong, right? Because you win that loser, and make any money on, and you do it month after month after month, right? So I would, bid low to hopefully win the bid, but I didn't really make the distinction between bidding right and just getting the bid, right? It's easy to sell $20 bills for $10. We can do that all day. And a lot of times we do that with cleaning, right? We just don't know how to bid. On top of that, I would bid jobs to do the work now and have to process payroll and effectively be giving my clients a loan when I never put them, I'm not a bank. I didn't put them through any credit check or anything like that, right? So anytime, not only would I bid thin, right? So I would either lose money or not make money on it. I'd finance the whole thing. So I'd basically loan them thousands of dollars in payroll to hope to get some of it back later. It was a bad deal. And it got so bad, I actually had because I didn't understand the stuff that we're going to talk about today, I had a year where I technically made $500,000 in profit on my P&L. It said, hey, 500,000 at the bottom of the profit and loss. I didn't have a nickel. Right. And what the heck happened? Right. Well, the problem is we were growing really fast, and I didn't understand how cash worked. And we made $500,000 in profit, but our receivables as a construction company, we kept doing all this work, and our receivables went up by the same $500,000 we made. So we had this big paper profit, but who cares? I can't pay payroll or buy anything with paper profit, right? Or with a receivable. You need cash, right? So that was how the very painful way I discovered the difference between cash and profit. So today we're going to talk about how to bid properly so you get paid on time, how you can actually make money, and how you can set yourself up for success. This one thing can really make the difference between a successful and an unsuccessful business. So I don't know about you, but I was so committed to grow my business, right? I was so excited about the top line growth. We were growing really fast as a company, and I was like, we feel good. Everyone, the company, every growth feels amazing. The problem is if you don't do it profitably, and you overlook just the basic principles of math and cash flow and profit, you can grow really fast and make the same money or less money, or make more money but less cash, which can put you out of business. Businesses don't go out of business for lack of profit. Generally, they go out of business for lack of cash. So not only will bidding wrong kill your ability to make money and profit, it made me question my own ability as an entrepreneur, as an owner, right? I don't know if you guys get that way. You're like, how on God's green earth am I working so freaking hard and not making any more money, right? And it's because typically we're missing just a couple big chunks. And if our financial foundation isn't set up properly, you can work as hard as you want, you'll just never make any money, right? So I don't know about you, but I would, because I didn't understand what was actually happening or how the kind of business realities of my business, I would try everything, right? I'd take leadership training, or maybe a sales or marketing or accounting. I tried everything, but because I was violating continually the basic rules of being profitable and bidding properly, nothing worked, right? And it started to feel hopeless. And really, I kind of shake my fist at the world because it felt unfair that I was working so hard to get such paltry results, right? And I constantly was having to battle paying bills and not understanding why we kept growing. And it seemed like everything was great, but I couldn't pay bills, right? So maybe some of you guys are in this position, and almost always 80+% of the time you're having cash flow problems. It's because we don't know how to bid and bill properly. So that's what we're going to talk about, how to do that properly for 2021 and beyond. The funny thing is, I didn't even see this until I started coaching other people. I saw it, I kind of got it, but I didn't really own it until I started coaching you guys, and I started discovering, holy crap. One of my clients, Daisy, just said, "Get a coach in the chat." She's hilarious. And I trust me, I've had coaches. I needed a better coach, I think. So it's funny how clear, and I see this in our mastermind groups that we do, when I'll be coaching somebody and everybody in the room gets what I'm trying to communicate, except for the guy getting or gal getting coached, right? So it's crazy how when it's our own thing, we can get confused. And when it's someone else's thing, it's clear. So that's one of the benefits, by the way, side benefit of being in a mastermind group or having coaching, is you can get someone with outside perspective to kind of see things clearly. That's very, very common, by the way. Every mastermind group I've been in, when I'm helping look at other people's businesses, it seems really clear. And then when some people give me coaching on my own business, it gets fuzzy, right? So we kind of need to be okay with that, getting perspective from outside people that get stuff that we just don't get. All right. So the problem is, I thought, what I thought the problem was, and that's what'll kill you, by the way. When you think the problem's this and it's something different, that's when we run into problems. So I thought the problem was that my clients couldn't or wouldn't pay more. So let me say that again. It's not that the problem was that my clients couldn't or wouldn't pay more. It's that I thought and I believed my clients couldn't or wouldn't pay more. And so many people, when looking at their business, we feel, you don't understand, Mike, my business is different. It's not, I promise you. I've done this over and over and over again. So if you have the belief that your clients couldn't or wouldn't pay more, that will just basically kill your ability to be profitable, because if you can't charge enough money to provide the service and make a profit and serve your clients and have employees and insurance and all the cool stuff that we need, there's nothing you can do, right? So I thought the problem was that my clients couldn't or wouldn't pay more. The problem actually was, I did not have a clear understanding or belief of what the real value I was bringing the world was, right? So I personally undervalued the service and the transformation and the benefit I brought to the world. And because I didn't understand it, my clients had no chance of understanding it. And since my clients didn't understand my value and I didn't understand my value, of course they wouldn't pay more, right? If I couldn't articulate how their lives were going to be specifically better by giving me money, right? We all know how our lives are going to be worse by giving people money. We're out of money, right? So it wasn't that my clients couldn't or wouldn't pay more. It's that I didn't understand the value that I was truly bringing. And because I didn't understand it, I certainly couldn't help any of my clients understand it. And that's why they wouldn't pay money. So that's a big concept, guys and gals. Hopefully you guys are getting, it's not as much what your clients believe you're worth, it's what you believe you're worth. And then you'll be able to help understand and communicate to your clients what you're worth. And that has nothing to do with if you're in California or the UK and you've got good taxes or bad taxes or high workers comp or low workers comp. None of that has the thing. So once I finally got clear on this and started charging what I should based on the value I brought people and what I wanted out of my life and my business, right? At first I thought I just wanted a big business. Then I realized I want freedom. I want impact. I want profit. I want things that I couldn't get done without charging proper prices. I started realizing no matter how good of a business owner I was, no matter how many books I read, no matter how smart I got or how hard I worked, I could never, and you could never overcome bad math, right? If we are bidding our jobs wrong, we can't outwork it, right? Like it's the old saying of like, oh, I know we're losing money, but we'll make it up in volume, right? Everyone gets the joke. Of course, if you're losing $1 a sale, more sales ain't going to fix it. You'll just lose money faster. So if we can't overcome the reality of the math of how our business works, we're never going to fix it. Nothing's going to fix it, right? So I literally, having coached thousands of owners of cleaning companies, I'll take the least capable person in a good financial business than a super capable person who's got their business set up in a way that they can't fail. Pricing is that important. The good news is, because you're here, I've had a cleaning business, manufacturing business, car dealership, obviously a coaching business, construction company, had lots of different companies. And one of the big reasons I chose to coach owners of cleaning companies, we have a great business model. It's phenomenal. The recurring income is good. It's not sexy. So, there's opportunity. It's low barrier to entry. There's so many amazing things about our business, but if we don't charge right, they're all negated. The good news is, when you get this right and you charge properly in this business, it's really, I don't want to say it's hard to fail, but it's easy to succeed. It really, really is. So bad news is, if you don't get this right, if you're not willing to have these conversations with your customers and change your beliefs about what you're worth, and you're not willing to charge the proper amount, nothing we can do to help you. Just nothing. Before we even accept a client, one of the things we ask them is, are you willing to charge premium pricing? If the answer is no, we don't even take them as a client. It's that big of a deal. The good news is, once you get this right and you're in the cleaning business, holy crap, the whole thing gets easy. You start going, I can't believe I made that one small shift and it made that big of a difference. Honest to goodness, other than getting out of cleaning. So if you're still in cleaning, we got to get you out of cleaning. And even then, you can't get out of cleaning if you're not charging right? A lot of times people charge what they think is profitable when they're doing the cleaning themselves. And then when they want to get out, they realize they're not charging enough. But other than getting people out of cleaning and moving from owning a job to a business, probably the most important thing that we do for everybody, because some people are already out and they're not in that stage, for everybody, is helping them understand the financial dynamics of how to charge their clients and when to bill and all that good stuff. All right. Like I said, coaching allowed me to see this clearly. Here's the big aha. If you guys are writing stuff down, here's the writer downer. There is no inherent value, right? People come to me and they say crazy things like, I can't charge that much. It's not fair. And I'm doing huge air quotes. It's quote unquote too much. There is no such thing as fair or too much. Fair is being honest, right? If you tell someone, I will do A, B, and C for D amount of dollars, there is no such thing as unfair. There is no such thing as too much, right? The problem is, we think we're in a commodity. I'm selling cleaning, that guy's selling cleaning. If you're doing that, you kind of got to sell to the lowest common denominator. But you can move out of, technically, I sell talking to people. Well, guess what? Teachers talk to people, and God bless them. That's a tough job. They might make 30, 40, 50 grand a year, depending on where they're at. Some coaches talk to people and they'll get paid $20 an hour. We get paid substantially more than that. Actors might talk to people and get paid millions of dollars, right? So it's the same thing, right? If you're like, well, talking is a commodity. Some people talk and don't get paid anything. Some people my wife jokes, she paid me to shut up sometimes, right? So if I thought the value I brought was talking, depending on what I thought that talking was worth, I could charge commensurately, right? If you think the value that you're bringing is cleaning, it's a completely different thing. And let me prove it to you. For those of you guys who go, come on, you don't understand. My people wouldn't pay that. Let's take car washes, right? If you think cleaning a janitorial company or someone's home is a commodity, let's take a car, just a literal car wash. That's pretty commoditized, right? Like, it's hard to, how much price flexibility could there be in a car wash? Well, let's talk about it. I can go down right now. I'm looking out my window. I can't see a car wash, but there's one out there. I could drive in and put in some quarters, $1 or $2 worth of quarters, and spray the thing off. And for $2, I can get a clean car. I can drive through one of those car washes that have, like, even they're like, well, the basic one's $5, and then the decent one's $10, and then for $20 you get the fancy one where you spray wax on it or whatever. So that'd be, now we went from $2 to $5 to $20. On top, now I could go, oh, I want to pay someone to wash it for me, do the whole thing. That might be like $50. Then I might go, I want a detail. I want the thing really clean. That might be $300 or $400, depending on where you go. I've seen places that clean high-end cars for $25,000. Okay. So if cleaning is a commodity, then how can people be charging $2 for one level of clean and $25,000 for another level of clean? Depends on the service and depends on the customer. And if we're being honest, at the end of the day, it is your ability to make someone feel special. The guy spending $25,000 to have his probably classic car or multi-$100,000 car cleaned is getting $25,000 of value. That makes him feel $25,000 better about life, right? And you go, well, that's not fair. Our people have, we don't have people with it. Yeah, they do. I promise you, residential cleaners, there are people in your area that have multi-million-dollar homes and they will pay to feel good about their home. Commercial, almost all of you guys are cleaning multi-million-dollar facilities, right? So there are people that have bigger and and more real needs. Okay. And it has everything to do with, again, the cleaning isn't changing. So it's just how people look at it, right? There's no money and price and value isn't real. There's only what you believe in your mind and what your customer believes in their mind, right? And we're not trying to trick people. We want I guarantee you the guy that pays $25,000 for his car wash probably has a lot more pride and feels much better about his investment than the guy that spends $2 out there, doing it himself, right? So if you're writing stuff down, money's not real. It's all about how you make people feel, not what it costs versus what you charge, right? The $5, $25, $250, $25,000 car washes, the cost of their thing doesn't go up that much, right? It's just the guys that charge more make more margin. That's all there is to it. So the big the big takeaways, we got to get out of the cleaning business and into problem solving, pain killing, pleasure bringing business. That's where you get paid. Cleaning dirty crap is low wage. Making people feel great about life, giving them time back, making them feel good about themselves and safe and secure, that is high wage. I promise you, the guy that does a $25,000 detail doesn't cost them anywhere near $25,000. Probably costs them $1,000 or so to do a bang up job, but he or she understands that he's in the value of bringing pleasure, making people feel amazing. So let's talk about the framework of how to actually do this, right? To do it for you in your life today for 2021. Because again, if you don't get this foundation right, there's just nothing you can do to build a successful cleaning company. The good news is when you do get this right, you can, you're kind of putting up the bumper rails in bowling, right? It just makes it super, super easy for you. So it makes it very, very hard to fail when you have customers that pay the right amount at the right time. So step one is get clear on your why, right? So for me, I had to realize I'm not into business to have a big business. I always want to, if I had a $5 million business or a $10 million business or, the bigger the business, the better. Then I realized I didn't want that. I wanted freedom and I wanted profit and I wanted to be able to have impact on my community with my employees and all that. And once I realized that, I was like, well, shoot, if I have these clients that are just making money for the top line, but they're not making any profit or improving my life or my employees' life or giving me freedom, I don't want them. And here, spoiler alert, the guys and gals that pay the most are your best clients. They're the happiest. You love working with them. They're amazing. And you make the most. The biggest pain in the butt clients, they might be your largest clients, but they're almost always your least profitable, right? So the beautiful thing is, two birds, one stone. It's not like, oh, I love this client, they're my favorite, but they pay the least. It's almost always your favorite client pays the most and your least favorite client pays the least. And guess what? The guy that pays the most, you're not screwing him. He or she gets a better experience almost always than the guy paying the least, right? The guy that buys a Hyundai typically is not as happy with his purchase than the guy that bought the Mercedes, right? I've had cheap cars and I've had nice cars. I'm much more pleased with my expensive cars that I paid a crap ton more for, right? So you've got to get clear on your why, right? Is it profit? Is it revenue? Is it impact? Then you've got to make sure that your actions of building your business are in line, right? And you've got to believe that they're only customers if they bring profit, right? This is a writer downer. Just because they give you money doesn't mean they're a customer. They have to actually make profit, right? If you have a job cleaning something for $500 a month and it costs you $500 a month, that guy's not a customer. You are basically giving him your life for free. That's slavery, right? He's getting your benefit and the benefits of your labor. You're not making any money, right? That's selling $10 bills for $10 bills. That's not a customer. That's just a money changer guy, right? All right. Know that your unique value is not your ability to clean crap. It has nothing to do with that. Your unique value is your ability to understand your perfect prospects and communicate their pain. It is not cleaning. I know we're in the cleaning industry and business. If you want to try and compete on who can clean the best, which a lot of you guys do, especially on the residential side, we clean better than anybody. That's not what your people want. If you really understood, they want to feel good, they want time, they want freedom, they want to grow their businesses. They have their own hopes and dreams, and very little that has to do with dirty toilets. Okay. So your unique value is your ability to understand and communicate your perfect prospect's pain, not to clean crap. And you need to do it better than your competitors. When you can do that, price goes out the window, right? Second, you need to charge based on the value you bring, not what it costs, right? The reason we charge a lot for our training is because we get transformational results, right? If I just talked, it doesn't matter how long I talk or what I do. Our clients need to get transformation. They need to have more time freedom and more money freedom, have the success that they want. Because we do that, we can charge a lot of money, right? If it's just me talking on the phone or in a call or a Zoom or videos or whatever, there's just not that much value. All right. So charge based on the value that you bring in your playground, your rules, right? So charge premium pricing, at least 50% gross profit. You can always charge more, But if you're not making at least 50% gross profit, you need to raise prices today. So 50% gross profit means whatever it costs you to clean that thing, you need double. So if it costs your cleaners with workers' compensation and their time and payroll taxes and all that crap costs you $300 a month to clean it, you better be charging at least $600, right? So this is your playground, your rules. You do not need customers. You don't need people to give you money. You need people that add to your goal. And if you're not charging premium pricing, at least 50% gross profit, there's not enough money, because really 50% goes to provide the service, 30% is for overhead, right? You've got to have uniforms and professional development and marketing and offices and phones and internet and websites and all. You guys know all the expenses. That only leaves you with a 20% profit, right? And again, this is without you doing any cleaning, of course. Charge in advance, charge in advance, charge in advance. When you don't charge in advance and people go, oh, we pay net 30, net 60, and it's a big client, they try and bully you and make you feel overwhelmed. What they're really saying is, hey, little tiny company, without a lot of financial resources, we want a 30 to 60 day loan. I want you to do the work and pay your payroll and then beg me later for the money, which maybe we'll pay or maybe we won't. So charge in advance and charge everybody, right? We don't have anybody that's like, oh, but they've been with me forever. Blah, 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 blah. If I was going to put up I don't have brothers. I do have brother-in-laws. If they wanted to come through my program, I'd charge them the exact same thing everybody else pays, because those who pay attention, not for my benefit, because I want their money, for their benefit, right? The people that pay have the experience. It was so funny when I had a car dealership. We didn't do a lot of negotiating. The people that come in and ground and just try to get the best deal and just beat us down, they were always the least happy with their own purchase. The people that came in and we charge a fair amount, right? We gave good value. They were always so happy, right? So you charge everybody for their benefit, not for your. Sorry, I all of a sudden got blown out. My camera just, I don't know what happened, but sorry, we'll have to deal with it. And charge everybody. So there's no friend discount. You're not helping your friends by charging them less, I promise you. All right. So that's really the strategy. Just get clear on your why. Is it to just trade money, or is it to actually make profit and impact? Believe that they're only customers if they bring profit. Just because they give you money doesn't mean anything. Know that your unique value has to do with understanding and communicating their pain. Understand and communicate their pain to them better than anyone else. It's your playground, your rules. You charge premium prices, at least 50% gross profit. You do it in advance. You charge everyone, because you know that those who pay attention. All right, that's that. We've done that over the years. I've raised prices, and I found the more that I raise prices, it had nothing. The more I charge, the better experience people get, and obviously we make a ton more money. The more money I make, the more resources I can put into hiring amazing people, having a good time, and the more committed I am, right? So it's absolutely done well for us. But, and again, just like I talked about, there's coaches out there that will charge you $20 an hour and you're not going to get your business transformed, right? And there's Anthony Robbins people that charge $1 million to work with them. We're somewhere in the middle. But I'm a crap ton more than I was, and my people get more value. The more I charge, the happier customers I have and the happier I am, right? How that works for you is, we've helped hundreds of owners change clients. And it's funny because we don't notice it because we've been dealing with it for so long. So as we have these bad prices, we don't realize how handicapped we are, and we're just afraid. We don't realize what a big deal it is. Once we coach people to go through it, every single time people go, you don't understand, Mike, this guy's never going to pay more. It won't work. It's not. And every time they come back after they've done it, go, oh my God, I couldn't believe it. 10% of the people were like, I was wondering when you're going to charge more. This is ridiculous. But people always get a far better response than they get. And they have no idea that you raise your prices we go through this on our program, you raise your prices by 20%, often that can double your profit. You think, oh, if I raise my prices by 20%, my profit will go up by 20%. When you raise prices, your expenses don't go up. It's all profit. It's amazing. So you can transform your business with proper pricing. And for 2021, make that your commitment to do it. All right. That said, if you're like, first of all, if you love it, subscribe, rate, review, tell a friend. We put all the time and money in this podcast based on your support and your commitment to going, hey, we're getting value out of this, right? If you're like, yeah, I need that, Mike, and I love this and I'm fired up now, but my fear is I'm going to put it off for 10 seconds and it's not going to happen. I need help doing it. We know that about you guys. So we are doing our second event that we've kind of had open to Cleaning Nation. First one was in October. It was mind-blowingly good. We have so many, it was so fun. We had the team go back and kind of pull out people just talking about their transformational experience. So we're doing another one January. If you want my personal help, we're going to do this live event. Me and Coach Tracy here in just a couple weeks. Go to growmycleaningcompany.com/grow event. growmycleaningcompany.com/grow event. We're going to take 2 days to walk through all the foundational stuff. We're going to do this stuff together. We're going to give you the support and encouragement that you need to actually make this happen. I am so freaking committed to make this happen. We're not even charging at the beginning, just to make sure that you guys don't use money as an excuse not to come. It's $200 for the thing. All you have to do is put your credit card in. We're going to do the event. And then 2 days after the event, you have 2 days to email, go, that wasn't worth it. I didn't like it. But fine. We won't charge a nickel. It'll be free. I'm just trusting you guys to know that we're going to bring the heat. So if you would like help making 2021 the year that you make money, you change lives, you have freedom, the business is what you want, join us for the 2 days. Like I said, it's a couple $100. If you get massive value, you don't even have to pay till afterwards. So there's really just no excuse other than commitment level. So I will tell you, I have no magic button, right? You'll come, we'll have a great time. You're going to love it. You'll laugh. People love the events. That said, for those of you that aren't committed, it's not going to really do you any good. For those of you that are like all in, this is the year, this event will be a life-changing deal. I'm going to do it live. We're going to be on Zoom. I'll see you. You'll see me. We're going to role play. I'll pull people up. We're going to talk. I'm going to try and interact. Last time we had like 150 people there. I'm going to try and interact with every single person. It's going to be transformational and a ton of fun. growmycleaningcompany.com/grow event. As much as I love doing these broadcasts, it's one to many, right? I can kind of see in the chat for those, the very small percentage that join us live. But I can't answer questions. I can't get your story. We can't change. Transformation doesn't happen, right? So for those of you that are like, yes, I need more help and I want Mike to help me, but I don't want to spend a bunch of money. This is about the only time, like I said, we're pretty premier pricing for us to work with you. These 2 day events are the only time we ever kind of open it up to the public and do them where everybody can afford it without even thinking about it. So if you want in, growmycleaningcompany.com/grow event. Tracy and I will be there live. We're going to have a blast. Can't wait to see you there. Thanks for tuning in to today's show. If you're fired up, ready to grow, and want to see if you have what it takes to work with us at Grow My Cleaning Company, here's what I want you to do right now. Go to growmycleaningcompany.com/talk. That's growmycleaningcompany.com/talk to book an appointment to speak with me personally. I'm going to jump on the phone with you to get you crystal clear on where you are now, where you want to be, and how to get you there. Don't walk around in the dark any longer. If you are serious about growing your cleaning company, it's time to finally get the systems in place that you need to grow. We've helped hundreds of owners of cleaning companies not only grow their business and their personal freedom, but give back to their community as well. If that's what you're looking for, head over to growmycleaningcompany.com/talk and book a time to talk with me personally. I can't wait to get to know you and your business.